Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is our second city, Satomic, in the rise of Cornoe, and it's starting to take shape. We're starting to see the things come out of the ground. I do love everything that we're seeing over here. So we'll continue to plan this out. It'll take us a few more episodes, I'm sure, at least two, until we get people moving in. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's so much fun to get all of this stuff planned and ready and built. So let's, but one thing that is bothering me a little bit is the money. The money is falling quite aggressively at the moment. So, but we will, as soon as we start getting people in here, we'll funnel some more workers this way. Look at this. Our bridge is completely done, ready to go. We'll funnel some more workers in this way. And then expand to the food industry as well. I do like how our little industrial sections, we're kind of filling up the map over here around Cornoe quite a lot. Okay, we've got a lot of people, right? We're fairly happy and fairly stable with regards to that happiness, right? So I'm not too worried about our happiness. We are seeing some issues with regards to crime. And I'm a little worried that this guy is getting pretty full. I think we messed around with this in the last episode. Yeah, I think so. I think that was the case. All of a sudden, we've got a few crimes needing to be dealt with. But I think it's okay. I don't think chance of solving investigation is underway. Yeah, we should be reasonably well positioned with these things. I don't quite know what some of these kind of limitations and things mean, but we should be okay. One thing, we've got a little bit more room, and I think we've got enough room in here. So there's a little bit of room there. I think the water is fine. Where's our local power? Yeah, we're kind of at the cusp of not having enough power anymore, but there's still a little bit left over here. So I think we can squeeze in a couple more buildings. Oh, winter is on the way. Let's quickly do that. Let's expand what we've got here. Right? If we were to let's tighten this up quite a lot through here. And then through there. Give it a bit of a turn. And then through there, give it a more turn. There we go. Let's do that. And let's get moving on a little bit of construction here. Once that's built, I'll build another section here. And then the idea is, I think, let's do a bit more, because we've got a ton of people, right? We've got like 700 people living with their parents, and I think we can sustain a little bit more. These all seem to be pretty good. We seem to have everything we need. Our water, our power is probably the thing that's the lowest here. We've got a little bit more capacity here. The question is how much more. Hang on. So it's 153 and 75. If I were to grab another one of these, right, we should be able to squeeze one in. So if I do that, does that raise the bar here? No, it doesn't actually tell us. Doesn't tell us. But I'm thinking we can put 3 of them in here. So let's do that. What's the levels look like? Oh yeah, no, the levels are fine. Let's do one there. We'll do but this one, yeah, we might be running a little bit out of power infrastructure. If we get this one to tie into the other one there as well. Maybe something like that. Just want to make sure we can tie it in. I think, yeah, just there. And then one more on this side, which will also get power from this one here. Yeah, it's all pretty much 100%. So adding an extra building might just be a little bit a stretch too far. But I think this is so close that I'm okay with pushing it just a little bit here. Are we... And we will still be within the range here, right? Ooh, we might not be. We might not be. But there will be places they can work, right? Not really. They're starting to become less benefit to this. So if we were to look at this guy... No. I think we'll make it. I think we will provide... Yeah. We will have access to the bus station. So that's okay. Let's just do that. See where we go. If we have too much here, we'll just have to deal with it. Grab me this guy and squeeze in right over there. So that's it. That's another 360 flats that we should be able to build out fairly reasonably over here, and they should be well served with most of the things that they need. The school might be the... Got a bit of culture here. We've got a kindergarten with some capacity in here. We might build another one on that side. The school has tons of capacity and should be within walkable distance, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I think we should, especially if we're tying in from this side as well. So that's all good. I think so. We'll make a little bit of an expansion in Cornoe here, get a little bit more room going. We do need to make a start on this infrastructure over here, so that as things come online, the shopping center is done. As things start getting in place, I'd rather we do that. So let's what I thought we'd do, just to make it easier on ourselves, let's not do this. And let's just get these primary sections built first. That's okay. We can do that. So let's get some roads built over here. What's going on with this? Why isn't this getting built? We want to assign. Yeah, that should be assigned. So really, we're just struggling to get everything done in a reasonable amount of time. Our gas station is sorted out, but it needs power. So we've got our power infrastructure going that way. Let's get a little bit of power over here. All of this will need power. These things are done, so we can start filling this up with water, ready to go. And this could start working as soon as we have people working around. So yeah, let's start getting our power to this area. Give me a substation. I'm thinking somewhere here where we can have reasonable access to even the furthest ones on that side. I think, yeah, even if we expand a little bit more, we should be fine here. So let's do that. Get that location there, and we'll start getting moving. That should be okay. We can run... Yeah, power has to come from over here. Ooh, there's some construction here that's not quite working yet. Let's get cracking on this as well. That's our... oh, and this one as well. Oh, no, this one should be... Why is this not getting a sign? Ooh, stop doing that. Let's do these. Yeah, please make a start on those construction efforts. Okay. This is underway. The rail is making its way over here fairly quickly. I think the rail will be here before we have people moving in, to be very honest with you. These are built. We can make a start on our bridge. Not that the bridge is a key piece for us. I would like us to finish off some of these sections. Can we... up our priority here just a tad, because this is a small little section. We're ending up with some issues there, but hopefully that'll finish off in just a minute. Okay, so let's get our power infrastructure going. I'm going to go above ground over here, not do the continuous tunneling all the time. So if we have a look, can we hug this building? Oh, we can get a little closer there. I think that's fine. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Just need to bypass this building here. Yes, there we go. Let's do that. Come across, tie it in. There we go. That should be fine. Let's start our construction on that. It's good. Once this is powered, we can start filling fuel over here, and that means we'll have a much closer fueling facility. I think that's a good spot for it, to be honest. Just off the side of our main road through here. Lots of new buildings and things. What was this? Stop production. Yeah, that makes sense. When we didn't need it, that kind of made sense. Oh, this is done. Excellent. So we can switch on power. Not quite. We need this. We need to get these things built first. Okay. So almost ready to get powered in this area. We do need some of these other facilities to be built as well. Yeah, so stuff like this. Is this done? This isn't done. This is also not done. So we need to start working on some of these things also. These are still underway. Pollution continues to be a bit of a thing. We are starting work on our hospital here, so let's make sure to get all of this stuff assigned. That's good. And then the next step will be for us to try and get this going. This is also still waiting to be finalized. It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot that needs to happen. What are we still then missing? We're missing some cultural elements, maybe a little bit of cultural stuff and sports facilities down this area. Be a good idea. And then we can, yeah, have it central. There's not going to be a lot of room in here, so have it central in here. And then we can have some residential on this side, yeah. So let's see, sporting facilities. What else? Crime and justice is okay for now. Sports facilities. So let's see. If we go with like a sports hall, we could presumably make it work there. It's a little ugly. What's the size of that? That's pretty sizable. And this one is a much more reasonable size, but it's still going to be a little bit over the top for us, I think. This is the kind of building that you want in a bit of a buffer zone. Yeah. Not sure where we're going to have that, to be very honest with you. 175, 245, and 70. Yeah, maybe we'll just get the 70 to go in this spot right here. That's actually a fairly reasonable location for it. Just set back a little bit from the rail, a little bit from the road, a little bit of extra room on the side there. We'll get that done. That's going to be our sporting facilities right here. And then some cultural activities. A cinema, a house of culture, an art gallery. Some of these things are a little over the top, really. The cinema seems to be the one that's quite useful in most cases. We just need to make sure we set it back sufficiently. So if we were to do that, just want to make sure there's enough room for us to... Yeah, so let's do the cinema over there. So, and then we would want to make sure that we're... that actually does not have to be a fancy road. We can do something like this, and the idea will be that if we do that, we will want to run our pathway through here. And unfortunately, it doesn't. That's the issue. That is the issue we have with this one. I was hoping we could make it work. Let's do to this side. If we flip it around, so let's try that one more time. We'll get the standard cinema. Okay, if we flip it around, yeah, I think this will work actually. We want it to be reasonable distance. That's not going to squeeze. It would have been good if it squeezed in there. But so if we have it kind of something like this, right? I'm thinking we'll be able to make that work. So let's see about that. I think that'll work actually. I think that looks a lot more reasonable. Then, yeah, there we go. That's the path. That's the road. And we can make that work. We can tie in and run straight through there. So we've got a cinema, we've got a sporting complex. It needs to be tied in. So I'm thinking we probably need a little pathway that runs up here, ties in, yeah, over there, and goes all the way down this way, and then probably another one that runs up this area. I believe we can cross rail. Yeah, rail can be crossed without too much effort. So that's kind of the idea there, and then we'll have our and maybe some sports fields or something. What else do we have from a cultural perspective? I don't necessarily want to do stuff like this, but it could be a nice little feature in this area. We don't need heating and stuff. We only need a bit. So that's okay. That's something that could go in there. If we go back to culture, we need to do some research. I haven't done the research in ages. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. What else do we have here? If we're going to do these things, I want it a bit more central. What is this? This is a restaurant. Yeah. I mean, we could do a restaurant in here, but let's just leave it for the time being. Let's go and do a bit of research. What was that? There was something funny here. Oh, that's the new fire station. It'll be within the range. We will quickly have a look at it. So at the moment, we've got people here. That's getting a little bit cold. The temperature is a little bit cold here, but the heating plant is over here, so we shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too far off from getting that built. Oh, these are done. Oh, I like it. And is that done? Still? Oh, that's done. We just need these sections to be done. We've got it under construction. Resources on the construction site already. But there's just a lot of stuff that still needs to get done. Our road building is obviously quite good. Because we're doing road building really quickly and effectively. So let's get those done. There we go. There's a few more roads that they can start working on. Let's see on this side before we go back and do some research. Yeah, we can definitely go and do that, and do that. That'll work. I believe we're in a position to do these also. Let's get them going. Get that section going. And all the way through here, we can... that one might not be workable at the moment, I think. But let's start moving that one too. Beautiful. Look at all of these roads. Done. Okay, research. What do we need to research? Okay, we've got the pipeline pressure, which I believe is plastics, fertilization. Okay, we need to bauxite. Ooh, introduction to broadcasting. I think that's the one we want, because we will be doing a bit of broadcasting on the other side. And over here, what can we do? Ooh, power grid connections with Soviet countries. Absolutely, we want that. Just in case we need a little bit extra. It's going to be a little while before we generate our own power. A few more episodes at least. We want this town to become healthy to then start maneuvering through here. And I think what we're going to do is initially we're going to import some coal for this, but we want to get this mine up and running really quickly also. That's the plan. That is the general plan. Look at all of this. Look at all of this happen. Oh, this is done. Little by little, the things are getting done. Is this road done? It's still not done. This guy is just parked here, waiting on a little bit of stuff. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Construction happening. Well, we're missing steel as well, so we need a little bit of steel to be delivered also. This is under construction now. I like it. I just want this path to be done. Once that path is done, things can move. This is done. Ah, good. This under construction. This is under construction. That's under construction. Lots of construction items. Let's double check that everybody is busy building what they should be building. That is... yeah, it's okay. Let's just... I'm not going to be too pedantic with what we build and what we don't build. we want to try and build sections so that we don't worry too much about it. I do want to maybe make a start on the next section of pathing over here. I think we're running, no, it's not this way, it's the other way. So let's do a pathing like so. We'll just go up to about there. And then we'll tie that one in like so. Let's make a start there so that we can tie this one in here and start seeing what our distances generally will be. I do like the way we're phasing this town. So since we started on this side with our water and sewage infrastructure and our power, of course, coming in from the border, and the way we've laid out our infrastructure, we can quite comfortably slowly phase this section by section. So we'll do this section, including the heating and the water and the sewage and the power, because it's all going in sections. Then we'll do the next section and the next section and so on. So it's properly able to be phased. Oh, we've already done all of these pipe sections. I might want to just hold off on that a little bit. This is built. Yeah, I might want to just hold off on this because this is really costly infrastructure. So let's put a hold on this. Let's batch suspend construction here, please. Yeah, let's batch suspend this construction. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure we're not building this infrastructure just yet, because this is a little, yeah. So let's suspend this construction, suspend that. We'll switch it on as we get closer to it. Yeah, let's batch suspend this stuff. I don't want to by accident start building these items just yet. Okay, that's good. Let's stop that. Yeah, I mean, none of this is connected to roads, but that's costly. I mean, it's costly to build these pipes, so it takes a lot of steel. So I don't want to do that if we're not using it just yet. I'd rather we hold off on that. It's obviously taking construction crews, but it's also you know, costing us a lot of money. If we start building this, for instance, I want to maybe just suspend this construction, suspend that construction until we, because the pipes and the cabling is one of those things that gets built quicker than you can imagine. Yeah, we could do something on the corner there, build a little pathway around here. There's a lot of little things we can do. Oh, I do need to put a road somewhere. So let's start by looking at where that can go. If we do that, we should have enough room to run a pathway down here, right? Yeah, I want to try and keep it quite straight though. So yeah, let's just do that. We can make a start on that gravel section to provide access over here also. Lots of construction underway. Okay, good. Something is saying that's another heating problem over there. We're fine with that. I don't mind 17 firefighters having a little bit of a hard time with the cold. It is all for the good of the nation. This bridge is worth its weight in gold. If all of these vehicles had to go around that way, we would have struggled. We would have struggled big time. What's going on with our new area here? I see there's a section. There's one here that we ended up never building. All of this is done. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's get a few more sections going. I'm comfortable to do that. So we can make a start on this one, make a start on that one. I'm comfortable to just build them all, really. And even that one. Let's just do all of those. So we'll make a start on this construction. Are there crews hanging around? Yeah, there's crews waiting to do some stuff here, so that's okay. Lots of bits and pieces. We could have a look at. Let's clear this out. And let's look at... Yeah, I don't necessarily need the... Well... Yeah, we'll tie that in there. Let's cancel that for now and get these done. We'll add a little extra slither through there to try and maximize walking distances here. Or minimize walking distances, maximize walking coverage. Okay. We haven't started the tracks here. I'm assuming they're not actually up for construction yet, but they're a lower priority for us. I'd rather get the track all the way out here. This is so cool. I do love it. I kind of wonder, I'm contemplating, I mean, there's so much cool infrastructure here. I do wonder whether it's worth a little bit of a monument towards looking at the workers, a thanking monument for the workers. Lenin. No, I want a worker statue. So something like this potentially could be good. I do like myself a little bit of a statue here. Let's not do it now. We'll come back later and clean up some stuff. There's going to be plenty of stuff for us to clean up. Here comes the rail, so it's on our doorstep. We do need to make a start on some of these things. Is this built now? There's a section of it that's built, at least. This is built. Okay, let's get cracking on these things. And then we can do a bit of a layout for our first... Yeah, okay, so let's do... that, and that. Okay, so these can start. This one should be doable. Yeah, there it is, doable over there. So this construction can start. Let's make sure they are all assigned for construction. All of this stuff needs to be built, even the piping and the stuff. So make sure we get all of this in place for construction. Thanks. This will feed this area. Okay, now with that in mind, let's have a bit of a look. I want to run another path around here. So let's start looking at what that looks like. We don't necessarily need it to... So I'll do something like this. Something like that. And then if we hug the road down here, yeah, that's fine. And something through that, that's okay. I'm gonna run it up here a little bit more. Let's just do little sections at a time. Up to, say, there, and then we'll tie it in. Yeah, that's fine. I like it. That should do the trick. And you know what? I might as well just tie it in like that and finish off that path through there. So let's get that assigned. I do want to remove some of these clippings if that's the case. Yeah, get rid of that, get rid of that. So it's one big section that's being constructed. I like that. That's good. All of these are underway. Now we can also make room for construction, for a path to run. If we were to... Yeah. Let's do that. There we go. I won't be able to tie in any other roads here. That's okay. We've got all of those tied in. So what I'll do is now I'll hug this area here. So we tie it in. Yes, I like it. That's good. I think that's going to be the extent of it for now. So we can make a start on that pathway. Now the question is, we could potentially hug it, come across this way and tie it in on that side. We'll do that a little bit later. For the time being, this is going to be okay. We'll get the construction crews on there. 1 and 1. Give me some path action there, please. Excellent, that's good. And 1 and 1, give me some... Ooh, don't do that. Give me some path action here. I think they are assigned and ready to go. How is our road pieces going here? Slowly. Now, it's a bit of a distance now. So anyway, things are happening, and obviously we're a little bit out of gravel from time to time. This construction is underway, starting to happen. We're not finished that off just yet. Okay, let's have a look. Now that we've got this path in place, let's see what we can do in terms of our housing stock over here. So we want to go slightly higher density. I like our tenements. 96 is too small, but I want to do higher buildings, right? So something like that. What's our quality here? 84. What was the quality of these? These are 90s. Was this the one? What are we using? What are these? What's the quality? Do we know the quality of it? This is... I don't know which these buildings are, but I can't remember what their quality was. So if we go here, that probably... it's 120, yeah? So it must be some of these. No, 120. 126. So which ones are they? Must be on here then. Is it that one? 62. This is cool. Look at that one. But still 84 only. I like that shape though. I think these 80s are going to be fine. Is it this one? 270. It's not this one, right? Wow, that's massive. Which ones are they? Oh, it might be these. 160. 140. Still too big. Something over here maybe? Ah, it might be that one. No. I don't know which are these. Which are they? 87? It's not these, are they? One. Kind of looks like these, but it's not quite those. I think I am flabbergasted as to which are the ones that we're building. Anyway, don't worry too much about it. These are 120. Can't find them. Is it somewhere else? I'm now amazed. It can't be some of these small ones, right? I just want to figure out, but I think the 80 something is not too bad. It's not too bad. These ones, kind of remember them being 80. Yeah, these are 80. The bigger ones that we're using, these ones are 87. Yeah, so 84 or so is going to be fine. I like the style of them, so we'll stick to some of that. So if we were to say something like that's 96 workers, it's a little small for my liking. What is this? 108 for this. Oh, it's just so much more interesting if we use something like this. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm pretty tempted to do that, right? So if we do that, can we also do... We could do this. That'll work. There we go. I'm not sure we'll get a path through there, but we don't need to. We're pretty good on the paths. And we can do that, and then it's a nice little cluster here. But what is our height here? I think that's a pretty reasonable height. I like it. I like those heights. Now, if we were to go to the slightly bigger buildings, what is this? Yeah, it's that standard. It's this look. These are okay. They're a little bit more sizable. Again, with the 126. Are these? Yeah, these are again at the same kind of level, but they are taking up a little bit more people. Same height, huh? So kind of what I'm thinking is I'm going to try and yeah, something like that could work actually. So if we were to say this, and offset it like so, we'll have more room at the front, but I do like the idea of the big courtyard in the middle instead. But we don't always have to do the same thing, right? We can do smaller buildings. Let's go with yeah, let's go with this instead. Yeah, let's step it out this side on this and this one, so we make it look nice. Yeah, we're ultimately quite keen on making sure that all of our developments look like they make sense. And now I'm kind of thinking we close it off with a little something on the end there, and then we can do another one. But this cluster is a good little cluster as a starting point. We're starting to run out of a room into our facilities here, but that's okay. I mean, we'll ultimately need extras if we do go. This should give us a fair bit of workers in this area, and we can then obviously do the same thing on this side, where we also have access to a few more buildings here. Let's just have a look to see if there's anything fun we can put on the end here. Any of these designs that has a bit of a fun component to it. Maybe, yeah, no, that's too boring. It's really this one is the only one that's a bit more fun. Oh, all these, how do they stack up? In terms of the height, I just want to see in terms of height, does it make sense? I think not. I think, oh, these are a little higher? No, it's all pretty much the same, so we could do a little cluster of them at the end here. What's the size of this? The 96. So we could do, it'll just be like 2 of them, right? So something like that. We kind of have a corner unit on this side, a corner unit on that side, and then we've got a little bit of a courtyard area in the middle where we could do a few things, such as add a bit of a field there. How much the size of this? Ooh, we could even do this. But we will need to make sure that we're pathing on one side only. So I'm thinking probably we'll hug it over there. Like so, and then maybe something a little smaller, like the tennis. I think that's quite workable actually. Got a heating problem. I think we're all aware of what that is. And then we do have a kindergarten right over here, so I don't think I need another kindergarten. If anything, maybe something cultural. So we've got this guy right across. So sport and sport there and shopping. So I think that's okay. What we do need, however, is a nice big monument. I do want something pretty reasonable. So something like that, for instance, looks pretty good right over there. The Eternal Flame Obelisk. I do need to maybe get a few more things in there. Yeah, I think that's going to do the trick for us, I think. We might do something on this side also and then have this little pathway run all the way through. Let's have a look if we are to run the pathway through here. do our straight sections. Let's get it closer to the building. There we go. We'll tie that in there. We'll tie that in there. Can we do a straight section through here? We cannot. So it'll need to be a... So if we were to do something like this and something like that, could we make this work? I think we can. I'll trim it a little bit, so let's extend it a little bit that way. And then we'll trim it a little bit over here. I'm going to do a little bit more of this kind of niceties to make sure, because our... Is this built? No, not quite yet. So with that in mind, then what we'll do is we'll tie it off over here and tie it in on this side as well. And we do need to get, I mean, we'll put some the garbage kind of stuff on the side, but I think that's okay. Let's park that for now. I think that's going to look quite nice, and then we're going to do some trees inside and outside, little courtyard areas. I just feel like it's going to look nice to do that kind of thing. I'm thinking we might need another kind of small bus stop on this side to make use of these people that probably won't be able to walk all the way that way. This section is done, so we can now do the tie-in over here. So something like that is probably appropriate. We'll get that going so that we can start to test what our walking distances look like to the bus station. So yeah, as you can see, that bus station is probably not going to be sufficient, and we'll end up having to do a bus station on this side as well. So let's find a smaller bus station that could be used by even guys on that side as well. Let's do that. That is going to be the edge of town. All of this is still under construction though, so that's fine. Let's get a smaller bus station going. Just a small bus platform is going to be fine. Not a big bus station or so. So that's the... No, that's too big. This is the small one. Yeah, something like this could actually work. Especially if we do something like this. Right at the end here. Can't really squeeze it under these cablings, but I don't like it. It's not a nice shape. So the question is really whether we wanted to do something like this potentially. I'm not too sure. I'm a big fan of the one-way arrangement. That's too big. We don't need that. This. So what it will probably mean is we'll need to do it something like that, and we'll have a few more facility buildings in here. If we flip it around though, we could squeeze it in right on the edge here. So maybe something like that as a bus stop. And what I just want to double check is, can we squeeze in that? I think we can. So ultimately we would need to do that and this. Yeah, that and this will work. So we can get cracking on that. So at least this will work, and then we could see about getting some other facilities for the people in here, or we could do because this will be powered, but we don't actually have water and sewage operating in this area. This might be the complete outskirts, so maybe some other facilities. We'll have to have a look. Or we just provide. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for this episode. It's a little shorter than the other ones. Let's quickly have a look. What are we doing over here? So we've done that. Let's get the radio signal broadcasting going. On this side, we'll do the power to Western grid as well. So we'll move that in there. And these, what's happening with these guys? It's slow going. These are built. Okay, that's been covered. So what I want to do is I want to try and quickly run one more little pathway through here. So I want to do this, get that built, so that we've got these connections through everywhere, basically. So we maximize our walking coverage. Good, that's fine. We'll get moving on all of these things. Our money is dropping like a stone. Only 42,000 in exports. Where are my workers? Where are my technical services doing their thing? Why are so many of the roads snowed tight? Where are you guys doing your thing? Well, they are doing their thing. A variety of different locations. Anyway, it'll take some time. Things are starting to pop in. Our hospital is built. I like it. No heating, none of that yet. We probably need to make a start on our heating facility as well. So let us quickly batch start the construction over here. We'll get these and we'll get that one. So let's start the construction there. Just make sure that all of these things are busy being constructed as well. That's good. Power, slowly getting these things in. All of this is being built. I like it. We do need to deliver some fuel here at some point, but we'll need power for that first, so we'll need to switch the power on. All of this is underway. I'm not starting construction on this just yet, but I do like planning out these little clusters of residential areas. So this is going to be a nice little cluster. I do like also that it's the same style, but not necessarily this exact same building. And I do like our little corners here. What do you think about our corner areas? I do like it. All of these are starting to come in. All of this is starting to come in. We're almost ready to make a start on some of these buildings. Maybe we should by starting off. You do that. Get that one going. It's not going to have room for anything. Novigrad border construction. That's okay. They can make do with that. But they won't have any workers though. So we will have to have actually even these guys on some of them to bring workers in. That's the issue with some of this. I do like it. That's a nice little town shape there. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Tell me what you think of our little town layout in front of us now. See you next time. Bye-bye.